lifted to now once again have these big opportunities again?
Oh, it's like life-changing. Like for someone that I'm a true competitor, and I just want to fight. I just constantly want to fight. So the 3 years that I had of no activity, and that came from, where I'm based in Australia. So a lot of that was coming off my Dana White's Contender Series fight. I was getting no fights. It's such a small, shallow pool of women in Australia to start with. So I wasn't getting matched. I was constantly in the gym trying to get better, obviously, get better at jiu-jitsu, get better at wrestling, and just get better while being inactive in the cage. And there was times mentally where I was like, I don't know how much longer I have to wait for an opportunity to show the world again and to just show myself as well. No, you were born to do this.
Stop. Fight. Ditcheva asked her to stand back up. More body shots. This one drops in. First round finish for Dakota Ditcheva. And it was the body work.
This woman was supremely confident as she issued her warning to Dakota Ditcheva. She had no idea what was coming for her. Yeah, look, it's just another fight for me, to be honest. If anything, I'm more excited, more hungry to get the win. Props to her, she's undefeated. She stopped 90% of her opponents, but she's backed it up until now.
Chelsea, let's just rip it off like a Band-Aid. The PFL's golden girl.
Yep.
Shot to probably get into the playoffs. Everything else. Talk to me about how you're feeling on this one.
Yeah, look, it's just another fight for me, to be honest. If anything, I'm more excited, more hungry to get the win. But yeah, props to her. She's undefeated. She's stopped 90% of her opponents. So people can say what they want, but she's backed it up until now.
Chelsea Hackett walked into PFL 4 with unwavering confidence. The Australian Muay Thai specialist believed she had the perfect game plan to hand Dakota Ditcheva her first professional loss. She sent a clear message. Dakota's undefeated streak was about to end. But sometimes, in combat sports, confidence can be a dangerous weapon that cuts both ways.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, the same as all of them. I don't care whether I'm fighting Chelsea Hackett or somebody else. I'm zoned into every fight. It doesn't really matter what name you give me. I've got the same dedication. I'm fighting to win for myself, not because she's got less points. I'm winning because I want to win. I want to sit top of the table. I'm doing this all for me. So it doesn't matter who I get put against. The mentality is the same. Go in.
What happened next would shock the MMA world and leave Chelsea questioning everything she thought she knew about fighting. This is the story of how Dakota Ditcheva turned a warning into a statement.
Inside of 2 minutes now in round number 1. Co-main event, Dakota Ditcheva and Chelsea Hackett. Ditcheva makes the playoffs for the win of any kind. Oh, nasty combination. And the body work, and that'll do it! Dakota Ditcheva with a quick 6. And clinches the #1 seed.
To understand the magnitude of this moment, we need to understand Chelsea Hackett's journey to this fight. For nearly 3 years, the talented Australian sat on the sidelines, unable to find competition. I went almost 3 years without being able to get a matchup after I fought on Dana White's Contender Series. I literally went home and could not find a matchup. I'm a female fighter out of Australia. There is such a shallow pool of competitive and professional females in my neck of the woods.
3 years that I had of no activity, and that came from, where I'm based in Australia. So a lot of that was coming off my Dana White's Contender Series fight. I was getting no fights. It's such a small, shallow pool of women in Australia to start with. So I wasn't getting matched. I was constantly in the gym trying to get better, obviously, get better at jiu-jitsu, get better at wrestling, and just get better while being inactive in the...
The PFL became Chelsea's lifeline. They signed her during her period of inactivity, giving her the opportunity she desperately needed. At just 24 years old, she was grateful for the chance to compete again. The PFL came to me at a point in my life where I was stuck. I couldn't progress as a fighter. I was in the gym, training every day, getting better, but I didn't have the opportunity to show that.
I wasn't getting matched. I was constantly in the gym trying to get better, obviously, like get better at jiu-jitsu, get better at wrestling, and just get better while being inactive in the cage. And like there was times mentally where I was like, I don't know how much longer I have to wait for an opportunity to show the world again and to like just show myself as well. Like, no, you were born to do this.
After a submission loss to Jenna Bishop in her season debut, Chelsea found herself in a win-or-go-home situation. But instead of feeling pressure, she embraced being the underdog against the heavily favored Dakota Ditcheva. In the lead-up to PFL 4, Chelsea Hackett wasn't just confident, she was calculated. She studied Dakota's game and believed she had found the key to victory. This is like my 31st fight in total, so I've done this so many times. I've been in this position so many times. I just constantly want to fight, and that's exactly where you're meant to be.
Like, this is like my 31st fight in total, so like, I've done this so many times, I've been in this position so many times, and that's the thing, like, I know I'm a massive underdog and people expect me to lose, but it's these positions that I like to be in. I haven't been the underdog in a long time.
Chelsea's plan was simple but ambitious. As a Muay Thai specialist, she wanted to keep the fight standing and use her striking experience to outclass the undefeated prospect. The PFL had given her the co-main event slot, a massive opportunity to showcase her skills on a big stage. Chelsea saw this as her moment to repay their faith.
There's a reason Dakota Ditcheva is called dangerous.
Beautiful, beautiful.
The 2023 PFL Europe Women's Flyweight Champion is entering the PFL regular season 10-0. Ditcheva has a 90% finish rate with 8 knockouts and 1 submission. The 25-year-old has championship star power in her blood, and she could be the face of the PFL regular season.
But across from her stood Dakota Ditcheva, undefeated, dangerous, and carrying a 100% finishing rate in the PFL. At 25 years old, Dakota had become one of the promotion's fastest rising stars. When the cage doors closed at Mohegan Sun Arena in Connecticut, Chelsea Hackett's confidence would be put to the ultimate test, and Dakota Ditcheva was ready to make a statement. From the opening bell, Dakota came out fast and aggressive. Within the first 30 seconds, she had already dropped Chelsea with a clean strike, a sign of things to come.
The low leg. Oh! Straight right hand!
Chelsea showed heart, getting back to her feet and trying to implement her game plan. But Dakota's speed, precision, and killer instinct were operating on a completely different level. The end came suddenly and brutally. Dakota pressed Chelsea against the fence and unleashed a devastating combination. A crushing left hook to the body doubled Chelsea over in pain, and the follow-up strikes left the referee with no choice. At 3 minutes and 22 seconds of the first round, it was over. Dakota Ditcheva had delivered another first-round TKO, maintaining her perfect record and securing the #1 seed in the flyweight playoffs. As Chelsea sat stunned on the canvas, it was clear she hadn't anticipated this level of violence. Her confident predictions had crumbled in just over 3 minutes of cage time. This wasn't just another win for Dakota Ditcheva. It was a statement to the entire women's flyweight division. She didn't just beat an experienced striker. She dismantled her with ruthless efficiency. It's pressure every time I fight, because everybody expects a stoppage, but I also do. I think if I don't get the stoppage, I will probably gut myself.
How do I describe this? I feel like I'm talking to the most popular girl at the PFL school. How would you describe it? If someone said like, hey Dakota, what's it like having all this attention? What do you tell them?
If PFL aren't looking, then I'll probably say I hate it. But it comes with the job, you know. This is how I'm gonna, you know, build my brand and become a superstar, I suppose, along with the fighting as well, which is most important. But yeah, I kind of just gotta go with the flow.
What are your thoughts on Chelsea Hackett's game and what she brings to the table as an opponent?
Perch is a great striker, so I'm looking forward to maybe having a good striking match with her. If she wants to go to the floor, a good floor, like ground game match, then whatever. You know, I'm just looking forward to get in and fight again. It's been a long 7-8 weeks, so I'm excited.
With this victory, Dakota earned 6 points and solidified her position as the tournament's top seed. She would advance to face Jenna Bishop in the semifinals, one step closer to the inaugural flyweight championship and the $1 million prize.
Brink going by TKO or KO, I will tell you the confidence that she's going to have now getting up is going to be unbelievable.
And there it is!
Beautiful knee from the plum.
And Dicha beckons Jenna Bishop back to her feet and goes immediately on the attack. Oh, right
Bishop's in
hand.
trouble.
And that doesn't First round finish, and Dakota Ditcheva silences.
For Chelsea Hackett, it was a harsh reminder of the unforgiving nature of professional fighting. Despite her experience and preparation, she had encountered a force of nature in Dakota Ditcheva. The defeat marked another setback in Chelsea's journey, but her warrior spirit remained intact. In a sport where setbacks are inevitable, her next challenge would be finding the mental strength to bounce back from such a devastating loss. In combat sports, confidence is essential, but it must be backed by skill, preparation, and sometimes a little bit of luck. Chelsea Hackett had the confidence and preparation, but she ran into a buzzsaw named Dakota Ditcheva.
As we announce the official time, 4 minutes 41 seconds into round number 2, she is the winner by TKO. She now collects the $1 million payout, and she is now the 2024 PFL Women's Flyweight World Champion, Dangerous Dakota Ditcheva!
And look at that moment. President of Fighter Operations Ray Sefo says, "Mom, you come give your daughter the belt." Her former world champion kickboxer mother, Lisa Howard.
Dakota's performance at PFL 4 announced her arrival as a legitimate title contender and one of the most dangerous fighters in women's MMA. Her combination of striking precision and finishing instinct makes her the clear favorite to win the entire tournament. As for Chelsea, her journey continues. In a sport built on redemption stories, every setback is an opportunity for a comeback. The question isn't whether she'll fight again, it's how she'll respond when she does. This has been the story of Chelsea Hackett's warning to Dakota Ditcheva, a warning that went unheeded and a confidence that met its match. In the cage, actions speak louder than words, and Dakota Ditcheva's actions spoke volumes.
The striking on display is really, really remarkable.
Dakota Ditcheva is a prodigious striking sensation fighting for the legacy of her family.
While Dakota Ditcheva sends a clear warning message to the combat sports elite, the 26-year-old British sensation isn't just chasing victories, she's chasing immortality. Dakota Ditcheva embraces Khabib's legacy in pursuit of MMA greatness, and tonight we'll break down why this undefeated fighter believes she can achieve what many consider impossible in modern MMA. From Manchester to global stardom, from a $1 million 0 cents tournament win to dreams of an undefeated legacy, this is the Dakota Ditcheva story.
I don't want to ask you when Dakota Ditcheva is going to be in the UFC, but I get the feeling this woman is going to make a lot of money. All hail Dakota Ditcheva, increasingly a face of women's MMA.
She is very, very good and very, very dangerous and really is the full package, right? A good looking girl who is good with the mic, and she does her business inside the cage. And she's extremely violent. I mean, she is a finisher through and through. By the time she gets into the UFC, she's going to be a big problem for anyone out there.
Dakota Ditcheva isn't just another rising star. She's a fighter with a vision that defies conventional wisdom. At 26 years old, she's already the youngest champion in PFL history, but that's just the beginning of her ambitious plan.
And the body work, and that'll do it!
Dangerous Dakota Ditcheva.
This is my year to win the championships because
she's definitely a special talent.
That's what I've set myself to do, and I will achieve it. That's kind of just what happens when I fight. It's just natural.
Currently sitting at 14-0 with an incredible 13 finishes, 12 by knockout and 1 submission, Ditcheva is channeling the mindset of legends like Khabib Nurmagomedov and Floyd Mayweather, both retired undefeated, and that's exactly what she plans to do. People always say there'll always be someone there who can beat you, but who says? Why do people say that? Why accept you're going to get beat at one point? It's not the mentality you should have.
I know that they are going to keep me busy. They have to. So you will see me fight again this year for sure. I think we're just, obviously the company itself is going through a lot of changes. Like I said last time, the tournament's very different fighters, different contracts. Like obviously PFL Africa, PFL MENA, they've got so many things going on. So I think they're just figuring out what's going on as much as I'm trying to figure out what's going on with me as well. So I'm just trusting the process, concentrating on this fight. I'm happy to be back out there, and we'll see what's next.
This isn't just confidence talking, it's a calculated strategy. Khabib went 29-0, dominating legends like Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier before retiring at the peak of his powers. Mayweather achieved 50-0 across boxing, becoming a near billionaire in the process. Ditcheva sees no reason why she can't follow that blueprint. She's already thinking beyond 15-0, visualizing records of 30-0, even 60-0. In an era where most fighters expect to taste defeat eventually, Ditcheva's absolute refusal to accept that reality sets her apart.
Rapid fire. So you're high on Dakota Ditcheva. Do you think she can compete against Tracy Cortez?
Yes, that'd probably be the most watched women's fight in MMA history because they're both hot. But yeah, she would beat Tracy.
Jessica Andrade.
A more difficult fight, but yes, Dakota would win.
Thug Rose.
Yes, Thug Rose is old.
Natalia Silva.
I'm very high on Natalia. I'm going to say no. It'd be close, but no.
Macy Barber.
Yes, Macy sucks. She's annoying.
Erin Blanchfield.
No, Blanchfield's just a beast on the ground.
Manon Fiorot.
No, she's a computer. She'll figure out how to beat Dakota.
Alexa Grasso.
Yes, Dakota has better striking.
Valentina Shevchenko.
Closer fight than what people would think, but yes. Valentina's getting older. Dakota's just now getting started. She's better. I don't know if I want to say she's a better striker. I think either way, she would get it dhan. I'll leave it at that.
Zhang Weili.
Yeah. I'm going to say, yeah, Dakota's bigger.
But before any talk of legendary status, Ditcheva faces her most immediate challenge. On July 19th, she returns to action for the first time in 7 months, taking on Sumiko Inaba in Cape Town, South Africa. This bout serves as the co-main event of PFL's debut at the Grand West Arena, with Johnny Eblen versus Costello Van Steenis headlining the card. Also featured is high flyer AJ McKee facing Ahmed Magomedov.
I'm just super excited just to get in the cage. I just wanted to fight.
She just loves to fight 3 or 4 times a year. Thank you and best of luck. There is only one. Dakota Ditcheva fighting July 19th in Cape Town, South Africa.
For Ditcheva, this represents more than just another fight. It's her first step back into the octagon since her spectacular $1 million 0 cents tournament victory. The 7-month layoff could be a concern for some fighters, but Ditcheva has used the time wisely. It's going to be a really good matchup. Nobody can say Tevana has not proven herself. I've seen her around. I have taken it seriously.
Big fight coming up July 19th against Sumiko Inaba.
Dangerous is back in the cage and she's going to bring the violence. So don't blink. It's good to be back. She's a little bit more of a striker than she is a grappler. I feel like she does both, but she will stand and strike. So could be a good striking match. We'll see. She's definitely going to bring it. You have to take girls like that serious because they've got nothing to lose as well, you know. But super nice girl too, but we're fighting each other now, so I guess that doesn't matter. Her record's 8-1, so, you know, you've got to take girls like that serious. She's not, you know, somebody that hasn't proven herself for sure. So it's nice to be back in camp again, full of bruises, just taking it fight by fight. And like me and PFL are in talks at the moment still. We're still figuring a few things out. So, you know, I haven't really got much direction just yet, but I know that they are going to keep me busy. They have to. So, you will see me fight again this year for sure. Obviously, the company itself is going through a lot of changes. Like I said last time, the tournament's very different fighters, different contracts, like PFL Africa, PFL MENA. They've got so many things going on. So I think they're just figuring out what's going on as much as I'm trying to figure out what's going on with me as well.
Inaba represents a legitimate test, a proven competitor who can't be overlooked. For Ditcheva, this fight will advance her record to 15-0 if successful, keeping her undefeated dream alive while setting up bigger opportunities later in the year. Success breeds ambition, and Ditcheva's ambitions extend far beyond the octagon. She's envisioning something unprecedented in MMA history, headlining at Manchester City's Etihad Stadium.
Dakota's skills. She is one of the most spiteful strikers that we've ever seen in the PFL.
The 53,000 capacity venue has hosted boxing before, with Ricky Hatton defeating Juan Lazcano there in 2008, but no MMA fighter has ever headlined the iconic stadium. Ditcheva wants to be the first. Fighting at the Etihad is my dream. We'll have the full Manchester City team in attendance. I might even have Pep Guardiola in the corner and have him walk me out. This isn't just hometown pride talking, it's strategic thinking. Ditcheva recognizes that Guardiola's tactical mindset and championship mentality could translate to MMA. The 3-time Champions League winner's approach to strategy and mental preparation aligns with what it takes to remain undefeated at the highest level.
But last time out, we saw the grappling skills as well. Will we see more of that tomorrow night?
Yeah, if that's where she wants to go, I'll take it to the floor. I mean, I can fight anywhere, so I'm happy to do whatever.
You've done your camp for this fight at American Top Team, obviously probably the best gym in the world, a room full of killers there. What has that added to your game?
Yeah, I've done a full camp at Top Team this time. So, I mean, I've just had the experience of training with a lot of girls, you know, and a lot of heavier girls, highly experienced and, you know, top level. So, and, you know, I'm holding my own. So there's not really much people can offer me now these days. You know, I'll be in there for a tough fight, but she didn't sound too convinced herself, did she?
You got a huge fight tomorrow night, but as we all know, you're a huge City fan. They're playing tomorrow night, just before your fight. Are you watching, or are you going to be focused on the fight fully?
No, I'm definitely going to watch City if I get time, 100%, you know. They're just as important as my fight. But, I mean, I always say this, I don't get paid like they...
For a Manchester native, headlining at the Etihad would represent the ultimate homecoming and a statement that MMA has reached mainstream acceptance in the UK. What makes Ditcheva's undefeated record so impressive isn't just the wins, it's how she's winning them. Her signature has become the brutal body shot finish, a technique that's left opponents crumpled and fans in awe.
We can come up with, but I just beat the best girl that's out there out of any other division, so outside of any other division. So I don't know. Me and PFL, I'm sure, will come out with something amazing again.
Tell me about this. Tell me about this fight. What was the game plan coming in, and was there anything that surprised you? Were you surprised she took the shots that she did? Was it easier than you expected? Did you expect more effort trying to defend the takedowns? Talk me through what you're thinking.
Yeah, I mean, she's a tough girl, but I knew what I was capable of. I worked so hard. My team knew what I was capable of. Right from the beginning of this season, if I'd got her in the first round, I would have done the same thing. And they've been talking, and she's been saying, she's just a Barbie, she should be a model. Well, a model just beat your ass in round 2, so shut up.
Now, I did hear you shouting over at the executives over here. I kind of feel like we need to take you to Manchester, right? I kind of feel like we need a Manchester show, and I'm a little bit biased.
Brendan is about to bring home his second world title, and then next year, no more PFL shows until we've been to Manchester. Tell them, guys, Manchester crowd is up there waiting.
Her most notable recent victory came against former UFC flyweight title challenger Taila Santos this past November in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The devastating body shot finish not only secured her the PFL title, but also the $1 million 0 cents prize that came with it.
You enjoyed it, and Nana, give me the money!
Ladies and gentlemen, your champion, Dangerous Dakota Ditcheva!
Only one fighter has ever taken Ditcheva the distance, Paula Cristina, way back in just her 5th professional fight. That was over 3 years ago, and since then, every opponent has been finished. 12 knockouts and 1 submission tell the story of a fighter who doesn't just win, she dominates. This finishing rate is almost unprecedented in modern women's MMA. While many fighters struggle to put opponents away consistently, Ditcheva has turned it into an art form. Her body shot technique in particular has become a calling card that strikes fear into opponents before they even enter the octagon.
Silences the doubters.
That she's going to have now getting up is going to be unbelievable.
And there it is.
Beautiful knee from the plum.
And Dicha beckons Jenna Bishop back to her feet and goes immediately on the attack. Oh,
Bishop in trouble.
And that does it. First round finish, and Dakota Ditcheva silences the doubter.
The combat sports industry has taken notice, with many calling for a future showdown between Ditcheva and UFC flyweight champion Valentina Shevchenko, a fight that would truly test her undefeated ambitions. Dakota Ditcheva isn't just building her own legacy, she's helping elevate the entire PFL organization. Recognized as the promotion's biggest homegrown star since Kayla Harrison, she represents the future of the league. Her success has coincided with PFL's expansion into new markets, including this upcoming debut in South Africa. As the organization seeks to establish itself as a legitimate rival to the UFC, stars like Ditcheva are crucial to that mission. Humble thing I will say about that, people were commenting all the time, UFC missed out on PFL, and what PFL did right was they went to Europe and picked up that young talent, and that's how they ended up with me.
You could fight any female right now. Who would you want to go with?
Valentina Shevchenko right now. I want to be at the top. You know, I'm still 26. She's been around for a long time.
Right now, I'm not too sure that Shevchenko is the best 125er there is. This girl, man, she goes after people. She is nasty.
Valentina has to fight this woman.
Great job of staying, keeping her back against the fence.
With a plum and a right hand.
Dakota Ditcheva has sent a clear warning message to UFC's pound-for-pound queen Valentina Shevchenko, and after what we witnessed in Saudi Arabia, this warning should be taken very seriously. The 26-year-old British destroyer has just demolished Taila Santos, the same fighter who nearly defeated Shevchenko in their title bout. And if you think that's just a coincidence, think again. This means Valentina Shevchenko is in terrifying danger, and we're about to tell you exactly why. Let's start with the facts that should have every UFC executive and Valentina Shevchenko herself losing sleep tonight. In Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Dakota Ditcheva didn't just beat Taila Santos, she destroyed her. Second-round knockout, brutal body shots, complete dominance. But here's what makes this terrifying for Shevchenko. Santos is the same fighter who took the UFC champion to the absolute limit.
Dakota Ditcheva wanted to join the global season, wanted to step up in competition, prove herself at the highest level.
There's no limit to how high I'm going to go. I'm sticking around for a long time for sure.
Rips to the body by Ditcheva. Right back. Oh, big knee. She's in trouble.
That's the end. Oh, nasty combination. And the body work, and that'll do it. Oh,
beautiful knee.
Dakota Ditcheva silences the doubters.
When Santos fought Shevchenko at UFC 275, she nearly pulled off the upset, out-wrestling the champion in the first 3 rounds. Shevchenko barely escaped with her title intact, but against Ditcheva, Santos looked like she'd never fought before. And Ditcheva's message was crystal clear. She's been saying she's just a Barbie, she should be a model. Well, a model just beat your ass in round 2, so shut up.
Talk me through what you're thinking.
Yeah, I mean, she's a tough girl, but I knew what I was capable of. I worked so hard. My team knew what I was capable of. Right from the beginning of this season, if I'd got her in the first round, I would have done the same thing. And they've been talking, and she's been saying, she's just a Barbie, she should be a model. Well, a model just beat your ass in round 2, so shut up.
This wasn't just a victory, it was a statement. A warning shot fired directly at the UFC's flyweight division. But the real danger to Shevchenko isn't just one fight, it's the perfect storm that's brewing. Dakota Ditcheva is 14-0 with 12 knockouts. 12! 9 of those were first-round finishes. At just 26 years old, she's already Britain's first ever female MMA world champion and a millionaire after winning the PFL tournament.
She's never won a belt, as she said. Like, she's not a complete fighter, is she? I'm not a complete fighter. She definitely isn't either, so... But whatever.
But here's what makes her truly dangerous. She trains at American Top Team alongside current UFC flyweight champion Alexandra Pantoja. She's surrounded by elite-level competition every single day. Molly McCann, the veteran fighter, said it best. She can do everything Valentina's done, and that should send chills down Shevchenko's spine. While Shevchenko is 36 and showing signs of vulnerability, remember her struggles against Alexa Grasso, Ditcheva is just entering her prime at 26. The age gap is becoming a chasm.
Been a long time coming. This is mentally the strongest I've ever been.
You know, competition is important to me. So if you're going to put me with the same girls and have the same girls in the tournament, I'm not really that interested.
You've just mentioned there that you want to be the queen of this division worldwide.
We were just kind of talked about going into the UFC.
Thought about for many, many years and just not been in the position to do it. People now with me beating Taila Santos, they want to see like what else I'm capable of. So it's got to be something more.
People thought she would against Shevchenko. You know, she's never been stopped. She's never been stopped. Shevchenko didn't stop her. People thought she beat her. And now what can people really say? Made it look like another can on the list of people always comment on my stuff.
Now let's get technical about why this matchup spells disaster for Shevchenko. Ditcheva's Muay Thai background makes her a nightmare matchup. She's a master of clinch situations, exactly where Shevchenko likes to hunt for her takedowns. But here's the kicker. Ditcheva stuffed every single takedown attempt from Santos, a capable wrestler. Her striking is beautiful and brutal. Those body shots that finish Santos, that's her signature. And unlike most WMMA fighters, she targets the body relentlessly, something Shevchenko has shown vulnerability to.
There's that knee up the middle.
That one hurt Taila Santos.
That was digging deep for sure.
Santos is in big trouble. She's in big trouble. Dakota Ditcheva to the body again for a championship.
At 5'7", Ditcheva stands 3 inches taller than Shevchenko. That reach advantage will disrupt Shevchenko's preferred range and timing the same way it worked against Santos. When asked about facing Shevchenko, Ditcheva didn't hesitate. I could definitely, and I would. You put me in a cage and I'll go against anyone.
So I'll put it back on you, Dakota. Who do you think is the #1 flyweight in the women's division right now?
Valentina Shevchenko.
You still put her #1?
100%. Look, she's the first person to finish a rubies on a belt. She's been around for so long, and she stayed at the top of that level. I know people are saying now she's on a little bit of a down, but she's a lot older now. She's been around for years at the top of the level, and no one's been able to wipe her out. Grasso got that one fight on her, which was fair enough, beat her fair and square. But honestly, she can do everything as well. She's a full MMA fighter. She's not just a striker, not just a grappler, not just a wrestler. She's everything. She can switch it all up. So I genuinely feel like flyweight, she is 100% up there.
Do you hate the UFC questions? Because, I mean, you're in the PFL. They're the ones who found you. Like, they put you in this position. They just made you a millionaire. Do you hate that question?
Yeah, no, I don't hate it, but I just feel like PFL deserved the respect. Like I said, they picked me up in Europe, when I was like, not a big, I was known, but I wasn't massive, so I'm not saying I'm massive now, but I've got a lot of attention recently. So they've helped me build that, they've helped me build my followers, my fans, like they've, given me opportunities like fighting in that Europe tournament, now in this PF. They didn't even have a flyweight division until I signed, so the opportunities that they've given me, you can't forget that. And they might not be the UFC, but there's still an amazing promotion that has done a lot for me. So I definitely don't hate the UFC questions. I understand that people are interested in that, and there's a whole nother flyweight division there that people are excited to see me in. But there's still so much to give from PFL, and I've got to be grateful for the position that I'm in.
And here's perhaps the most terrifying part for Shevchenko. The cracks are already showing. The trilogy with Alexa Grasso exposed vulnerabilities we'd never seen before. A loss, a draw, and a narrow decision win. The aura of invincibility is gone. MMA experts are noting Shevchenko scraped by Tyla, but Ditcheva demolished her. The writing is on the wall. Fight fans are already demanding the UFC sign Ditcheva immediately. The comments are flooding in. Bring her to the UFC. Dakota will be UFC champion. Valentina would be destroyed.
I think she has things to work on. I don't know how it's gonna play out for her, but yeah, she has potential.
Everyone is difficult with their own style. Everyone has power. Everyone has chances to knock out each other. I don't know what it's gonna be next. Who is gonna be next, but I am here. No matter how old I am feeling great. Martial arts, it's my lifestyle.
The question isn't if these two will fight, it's when, and whether Shevchenko can survive until then. Dana White and UFC executives are reportedly keeping a very close eye on Ditcheva. She's still contracted to PFL for another year, but the pressure is mounting. MMA analysts are already making their predictions, and the consensus is shocking. If they fight in 2025, Ditcheva beats Shevchenko. The student becomes the master.
Shevchenko versus Dakota Ditcheva. Valentina Shevchenko is the current UFC flyweight champion of the world on her second reign. The GOAT, the greatest of all time, that she is. Valentina is looking to do something special in her career. Already proven to be the greatest, 37 years old, left a legacy that will be remembered forever. And now's her chance to do something insane. Take a risk, fight another great fighter, and prove that there's no doubt greatest fighter in the land is the Bullet, Valentina Shevchenko. The greatest matchup right now is a woman that's not even in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. She's in the PFL. Dakota Ditcheva is the best flyweight outside of the Ultimate Fighting Championship right now. She's up there. She's up there with Alexa Grasso, Manon Fior, and the rest of them. And I'm not afraid to say it, 14-0, 9 first-round knockout TKO. Insane power. Dakota Ditcheva has been viral on the internet for a reason. And in her last fight, fighting Talia Santos, TKO in the second round. She usually beats him in one. 12 knockout TKOs in her career, 1 submission. She can take her opponent down. She's a Muay Thai kickboxing stylist, and the power that she has.
Ditcheva wants to be remembered as someone who made movement in the sport. With Shevchenko as the gatekeeper to that legacy, this collision course is inevitable. So there you have it, fight fans. Dakota Ditcheva has sent her warning, and Valentina Shevchenko should be listening. The young lion is coming for the throne, and after what we saw against Santos, she might just be ready to take it.
When is Dakota Ditcheva going to the UFC?
I think people now, with me beating Tyler Santos, they want to see like what else I'm capable of, so it's got to be something more.
Women want to be equal. And believe me when I tell you, women have proved here that they are equal. They have absolutely proven themselves, and people love the women's fights. These women become big stars.